You guys, the drama around Meghan Markle just refuses to die down. Every time we think the noise might cool off, boom, here comes another explosion. And this one? Oh, it's not from some tabloid or some bitter royal insider. No, this time Meghan's been called out by none other than Bloomberg. Yes, Bloomberg. That's not your everyday gossip rag. That's one of the most respected outlets in finance and politics. And what did they say? They straight up called Meghan Markle a liar. A liar. Now let's just stop here for a second. That word isn't thrown around lightly, especially not at someone who has carefully built her entire brand on truth-telling, transparency, and this whole warrior of honesty persona. But Bloomberg didn't mince words. They said it and they meant it. So what the hell happened? Apparently, Meghan walked into this interview with Bloomberg not as a guest ready to have a conversation, but as a director of her own little play. She literally came in with a script she expected the journalists to read word for word. Can you imagine? Seasoned reporters, people who grill billionaires and presidents, being told, "Here, read this exactly as I wrote it." That's not just bold, that's delusional. And here's the thing, interviews are supposed to be unpredictable. They're about give and take, honesty, reaction, discussion. But Meghan, nope, she wanted to stage manage every second. No pushback, no tough questions, no authenticity, just one big monologue about Meghan, crafted by Meghan. And honestly, people are saying this is the final straw. Because let's not forget, this isn't her first rodeo with facts being questioned. Remember the Oprah interview? At the time, it was painted as this raw, groundbreaking truth bomb. But since then, countless inconsistencies have popped up. Critics have gone back over that sit-down again and again, pointing out details that just don't line up with reality. And now Bloomberg has basically piled on top of that. They've added their heavyweight reputation to the growing suspicion that Meghan's truth might not always be, well, the truth. And guys, the timing couldn't be worse for her. Meghan is desperately trying to rebrand herself right now. She doesn't want to be seen as just an actress who married into royalty. She wants to be seen as a mogul, a powerful media personality, a self-made queen of influence. She wants that Oprah empire. But instead of credibility, what she's got now is Bloomberg literally branding her with the scarlet letter of dishonesty. And let's be real, in media, credibility is everything. It's the oxygen that keeps your brand alive. If people stop believing you, if they even start doubting you, everything you touch feels fake. Every project, every product, every show loses its shine. And Meghan, of all people, should know that. Social media reaction, brutal. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, people were relentless. They mocked her, they dragged her. Some even said this whole Bloomberg thing just proves what they've been saying for years. Meghan overplays her hand. She loves to paint herself as the victim. Misunderstood by the press, mistreated by the palace, attacked by anyone who dares question her. But when Bloomberg, a serious, respected outlet, calls you out, that victim card suddenly looks a whole lot weaker. And here's the kicker, Bloomberg isn't TMZ. They're not Daily Mail. They're not some gossip blog looking for clicks. They're Bloomberg. They deal with Wall Street, global markets, world leaders. And if they are willing to call Meghan Markle a liar, then the ripple effect is massive. Other outlets, other journalists, Hollywood producers, everyone's watching. And this time they might just decide she's too much of a liability. Now let's not forget the royal angle in all this, because whether Meghan likes it or not, every move she makes always circles back to the monarchy. And let's be honest, people inside the palace are probably sipping tea right now, nodding, saying, "See, we told you so." For years, they've believed Meghan exaggerated, twisted, and even fabricated parts of her story to tarnish the royal family's image. And this just gives them ammo. Remember Queen Elizabeth? She reportedly wanted peace, privacy, dignity, but Meghan's constant interviews, her tell-alls, her truth bombs, they've ensured the royal feud never really died down. And now with Bloomberg flat out calling her dishonest, Meghan's reputation in the UK completely destroyed. If it wasn't already beyond repair, it is now. And here's where the irony kicks in. Meghan has spent years presenting herself as a warrior for truth and empowerment. She's said over and over again that her mission is to stand up for honesty, fairness, and justice. But what happens if the world stops believing her? What happens if she becomes known not as a voice of truth, but as someone who manipulates facts for her own gain? That contradiction is impossible to hide. And let's talk about her career moves right now. Meghan is hustling hard. She's trying to push her lifestyle products, promote season 2 of her show, and keep her name buzzing in Hollywood. But here's the problem. People are exhausted. Every single thing she does feels like another attempt to shove brand Meghan down our throats. Every launch, every interview, every little announcement is less about substance and more about her. Meghan first, Meghan always. Meghan as the star of every single storyline. Fans who once saw her as inspiring are now starting to feel duped. They're asking, is this empowerment or just one giant commercial for Meghan Markle Incorporated? Because let's be real, that's what it looks like. The second season of her show, critics are already rolling their eyes. They say it reeks of overproduction and self-agenda. It's not fresh, it's not authentic, it's the same recycled storyline. Meghan as the victim, misunderstood and mistreated, standing strong against the odds. But people are bored. They've heard it all before. And the products? Oh, the products. Lifestyle items, endorsements, rumored brand tie-ins. Meghan is selling, selling, selling. But audiences aren't dumb. They can smell desperation. They can see when someone is genuine and when someone is hustling for attention and money. And Meghan's hustle, it's starting to look desperate. And here's where it gets even uglier. Bloomberg calling her a liar wasn't just about that one chaotic interview. It exposed the entire pattern. Meghan has been accused of this same behavior over and over again, scripting interviews, silencing tough questions, only approving glowing coverage. She wants to control the narrative so tightly that it ends up looking fake. And the public is catching on. Because let's be honest, you can't preach authenticity while scripting every single thing behind the curtain. The contrast is just too obvious. And when that mask slips, oh, it slips hard. That's why her critics are circling like vultures right now. Even Meghan's defenders, the ones who usually rush in, waving the flag that she's just misunderstood, unfairly targeted, and bullied, are quieter this time. Maybe even they realize Bloomberg isn't a gossip blog you can dismiss. This is serious. This sticks. And that silence, it says a lot. Now here's the scary part for Meghan. Credibility isn't just about image, it's business. When people don't trust you, your projects don't land. Your brand doesn't sell, your empire starts to crack. And Meghan's entire empire is built on this image of being truthful, relatable, authentic. If people stop buying that image, they stop buying everything. Think about it. Who's going to buy lifestyle products from someone branded a liar? Who's going to tune into her show if they think it's just another pity party packed with half-truths? The shadow of mistrust follows everything she touches now. Bloomberg didn't just call out one stunt. They stamped her with a label she may never shake. And look, Meghan's problem has never been lack of opportunity. Hollywood still answers her calls. Brands still look her way. She's always got doors opening. But the problem? She doesn't know when to step back. She doesn't know when enough is enough. Everything she touches feels overdone, overproduced, over-Meghaned. Every interview turns into a monologue. Every press moment is another chapter in the never-ending Meghan struggle saga, and people are sick of it. Exhaustion has set in. At first, she was fascinating. She was the actress who married into the world's most famous family, the outsider who dared to walk away from the crown. She had mystery, she had intrigue, but the mystery's gone now. What's left is repetition. The same lines, the same complaints, the same victim narrative polished into oblivion. Audiences don't want another pity party. They want real. They want raw. And Meghan just isn't giving that anymore. Instead, she's serving a performance. Critics say she's perfected this dual role, victim and star. She wants your sympathy, but she also wants the spotlight. She wants to cry about being misunderstood while also centering herself as the hero. But here's the harsh truth. You can't keep doing that forever. At some point, people stop buying the act. And guess what? That point is right now. She's promoting her show, but people are yawning. She's pushing her products, but nobody's buying. That Meghan effect that once drew attention has flipped. Intrigue has turned into irritation. And Bloomberg's accusation? That was the nail in the coffin. It wasn't just a blow to her ego, it was a blow to her credibility. Because now, every single time she pops up on our screens, people will remember. They'll remember that she tried to script one of the world's most respected outlets. They'll remember that even Bloomberg, in the place that interviews presidents and billionaires, flat out refused to play along. That stain is permanent. No PR spin can wash it off. And here's the chilling part. Meghan's downfall isn't coming in one big, dramatic crash number. It's coming in slow motion. It's a slow burn of exhaustion. People aren't just annoyed. They feel played. They feel manipulated. They feel like every time Meghan opens her mouth, it's another self-serving move wrapped in the costume of empowerment. And that's why this Bloomberg mess feels like such a turning point. It didn't just expose her in that room. It exposed the entire cycle, the obsession with control, the endless self-promotion, the constant me, me, me. And now the spotlight, it's starting to turn against her. Think about it. Every time she forces the narrative, it backfires. Every time she makes herself the headline, it reeks of desperation. She's addicted to the attention, but the attention isn't flattering anymore. It's mocking, it's skeptical, it's brutal. Hollywood sees it, the media sees it, the public feels it, and if she doesn't pivot fast, she risks being remembered not as a trailblazer, not as a survivor, but as that relentless self-promoter who played the victim card until nobody cared anymore. It's heartbreaking when you think about it. Meghan had it all once. The fairy tale wedding, the global stage, the sympathy of millions. She could have built something incredible, something lasting, but somewhere along the way, the hunger for control, the need to own every narrative, the refusal to ever take a back seat, it all caught up with her. Bloomberg didn't just reject her script, they rejected the whole strategy. And in the world of media, rejection from a powerhouse like that speaks louder than any speech Meghan could ever write. So here we are. Meghan Markle stands at a crossroads. She can keep doubling down, keep blaming the press, keep painting herself as the eternal victim. Or she can finally look in the mirror and realize credibility can't be manufactured, it has to be earned. But let's be honest, do we really think Meghan is going to change? Or will she just keep spinning the same old lines until there's nothing left but silence? Because if the world truly stops listening, that might be the most devastating fate of all. Not scandal, not betrayal, not even the word liar. Just irrelevance. Just irrelevant.